what it do. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASMR version of the All Elite Ensemble. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, we are back once again here on the internet. So what is up, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes of the internet, a BC Wrestle Pod. And again, the rule of threes is still in full effect because for some odd reason, we still can never get a full four-person panel. But I think I could get all three other hosts to get together if I'm not here. But then that would also throw the universe out of the whack and things would catch on fire, which would not be great, according to some people in here. But
no two things are not on fire.
No. I mean, my state's already on fire and constantly, but you know what? It is what it is. But joining me this evening, of course, I have two lovely individuals. First and foremost, you know him, you love him. He is the Beardito. He is our lovely individual here. Technically, I would say still the newest member, but also maybe not the newest member. More on that in a little bit. But I would like to introduce, the artist known as Beardito, aka Betty, who is here tonight. Hello, Betty. I'm happy to have you back. We missed you last week.
Great to be here, everyone. Greetings and salutations. Let's rock and roll.
And then, of course, joining me for the second night in the row, we are back for a double feature. He was, we were making very corny and possibly problematic UK references and being, cockney with our accents.
I feel like if it's a colonizer you're making fun of, nothing can be that problematic toward it, basically. But
true. I mean, it is me. Which, by the way, we're going to go on a sidebar real quick because I had somebody in my comments, love the conversation, loved y'all, but it's not because I'm not dark enough, especially with my ring light on, I looked a little washed out. And we were talking about presentations of African-American wrestlers on one of the other podcasts. And I got called out because they're like, it's three white dudes talking about it. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh, you meant me. Okay. So that was
Mikey, you're passing. That's so good.
We don't want to do that because that is problematic. Anyways, but I'll tell you offline because it was a whole thing, but everything is good to go. And now we cool. It was just a little bit of a misunderstanding. But again, joining me is my favorite, Mr. Jambone Hater, JPL. Hey, you set yourself up. That's what we're rolling with.
You know what? I'm not as good as the professor. I cannot put the cologne in colonizer, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Very, very true. You are the ally and the B of the LGBTQTIA2+ community. And, we are an eclectic mix. And we're here to talk about professional wrestling because we love all the in-ring action. And we also like to ogle our men's and women's equally here on this channel.
Oh, we're talking about wrestling tonight? Oh, damn. No, I didn't get the memo. I thought it was done after Monday.
Darn. Wow. Anyways, well, guys, let's just get into it. So before we get into Dynamite and Collision, I want to get through, the pre-show stuff. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, follow us. All our stuff is there. Whether you are new, been rocking with us, go for it. If you're looking for our report cards and some other stuff, BC WrestlePod on your favorite social media site. We also have some merchandise, bcwrestlepodshop.fourthwall.com. And we pay for a lot of streaming services and pay-per-views, so sometimes these things get expensive. So if you feel free and if you're able to, but no pressure at all, the coffee bot will be in the chat of the YouTube and the Twitch. And you can donate that way to help us pay for all these streaming services and these AEW pay-per-views because we love this and we do this for free for the most part. So
NordVPN, if you want to sponsor us, please. I'm going to be using you a lot soon, so please.
Honestly, I will start we will do Clash of Clans on air. Like, guys, today's sponsor is
New York Times crossplay.
For reals, honestly. Be like, today's sponsor is NordVPN. Honestly, though. Yes. Shout out to Nord. We love you.
I do use Nord. I use it quite often right now. It's been helping in my transition of other things. So we're not going to put too much out there. Mikey, I am going to be testing the limits of our international shipping at some point.
For reals. It's going to be so fantastic. I was like, how much is it going to cost to send you things all the way? Which means to tell me the surprise I have for all of y'all in April, I got to make sure to ship it to you.
You have very short amount of time. Anyhow.
Well, it's going to now make its way across the pond somewhere and you will get it eventually. Anywho, we're done with the pre-show stuff. Let's get into why we should talk about Dynamite and how we mostly been opening Dynamite over the last couple of weeks. MJ, picture is so devious, man, I swear.
He is just getting slimier and slimier, and I'm loving every minute of it. This is just so fun to see what he does with this current run. He has definitely stepped up his game and not just getting cheap heat. Not much anymore. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, 100%.
This is very Flair coded, and I'm so here for it.
You seem to be.
So I don't feel like I have to break down this promo because it always equates to belittle the crowd that you're in the city. that you're in. I mean, this is Orlando, Florida, and Florida is a weird place.
It's
Florida
easy-
is an easy city to go after. Like, it does not require a lot. But MJF is just loud. Orlando sucks. You people suck. I am still your champion. I beat Bandito. Ha! And then Brody King comes out and makes Max wet himself. And I was just like, oh, that was glorious. Brody King's not going to win the title, but it was really fun to watch Max kind of shrink into himself and be a little bit scared. He's like, oh, the thought of Brody King punching me in the face and knocking all my teeth into my skull is not a pleasant feeling. I'm going to get up on out of here. I love Brody King. I was just like, God, that man.
After the kind of stumble he had last week where he kind of gave away the end of the night, but also didn't give away the end of the night, I'm glad they're at least giving him the rest of the storyline to kind of like follow through with. This is a lot of fun.
100%. So go for it, Betty. Go.
I'm gonna say that silly Brody King, you can't just ask Max for a title shot. You gotta jump through all the hoops, every hoop. Just to clarify, when I said that this is very Flair coded, I do not like Ric Flair. He gets a tremendous amount of heat. I wanted to clarify.
I'm glad that you clarified that. We don't think anything differently of you, but thank you for the clarification. Oh, man. So, of course, Brody King is going to have to jump through all these hoops, and it's going to be really fun to watch him just manhandle and decimate whoever gets in his way. I mean, he already took out Jonathan Cruz, so I was just like, cannot wait. Looking forward to it.
Oh,
You guys see that?
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you guys have seen the John Cruz like backstage promo like with him.
I missed that one. I actually have to find that now.
He's on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like on the trainer's table, like knocked out, and MJF is like, "What? What are you doing? You're sleeping on the job. You're fired."
I was like, that was short-lived. And this was after he got manhandled and shellacked by Brody King.
Well, as it should be.
For reals. So MJF and Brody King is what we're probably going to be building over the next 3 weeks or so. So looking forward to the inevitable championship match. I do really like that we are kind of back into like that 2-3 years ago in AEW where we're just booking lots of first-time matches between folks. I mean, we got 5 weeks until Revolution, so it's just like, yeah, why not? It's fun TV, and you got to make good TV before we get into pay-per-view season.
We need something to carry us through.
Which I appreciate them not having a pay-per-view in January and February. Good God Almighty! Because when March hits, then it's game over for the rest of the year for us in AEW. Because there's always a pay-per-view a month. I was just like, gosh darn it! I love you, AEW, though. Please don't do this right. Anyways. Really quickly, want to acknowledge and say hi to new. Let's move on from Max because Speedball never change.
What's the new policy on swearing?
Go for it.
Benny.
We are far enough.
Benny.
And horsecock.
Yes.
You never
Speedball
think
never
it's coming, and it just gets inserted quickly, and all of a sudden you're all over the place. It's just weird, Benny. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I've never complained about a horsecock. Not going to now. Wait,
I was like,
that's not how I meant it.
listen. It is the All Elite Ensemble. For those of you who have been rocking for us, you know where we stand.
Sitting right now. I don't know what you're doing, but still.
I'm like Alyssa Edwards. I'm sitting on a secret.
I guess I'm rotating.
And I'm here. Anyhow,
Yeah.
we're talking about Speedball Mike Bailey being the best promo right now on AEW.
Absolutely. One of the things I loved about this was like Hanger like offered advice to Speedball for Joe. And then like Kevin Knight was like, so do you have any advice to beat Swerve? And Hangman's like, I don't know.
Have you tried burning his house down?
Like, I've only beat him once, and that wasn't sanctioned. So
I feel like any advice Hanger can give on that is like basically get yourself into a street fight and bring a bunch of different things to break him down. That's all I can tell you. And just watch out because he might smother your baby with a t-shirt. I don't want to like go any farther than that, but yeah, probably.
Oh man. So still trying to figure out what the name of this group is going to be. I like Flying Pony Club still as my choice, but Speedball Mike Bailey, don't change. Never change. Anyways, all three of these men will be in action in some form over the next 2 shows in Dynamite and Collision. But tonight it will be Speedball and Kevin Knight's Knight, and then Hangers will be fighting on Collision, which we're going to talk about when we get there because AEW had to pull some stuff because of what has been happening in the South and the East Coast with a freak weather storm. So,
and there's more coming through this week. I think a lot of the weekly TV is going to be really affected, and I don't know if a lot of our other folks in the other company are going to get back from Saudi Arabia as quick as they think.
I was just like, it's the plane situation all over again.
It is.
That's why.
I don't
Call
know.
up all the NXT kids.
I don't know. AEW, though, AEW booked pretty well around that, so I was pretty happy for that.
They did great. And the fact that they still got like some of the CMLL talent to be here in Orlando too is crazy as well, which I really appreciated. But that's neither here nor there. But we're going to see Speedball and Kevin Knight in action and hangers on Collision. So we move on from this. Speaking of, we get into our first official match of the evening, which is Samoa Joe versus Speedball Mike Bailey. And about halfway through this match, I watched Samoa Joe kill Speedball Mike Bailey with the chop. And I watched that non-binary individual soul leave their body.
I think we all did that. We saw this coming, though. We knew that Speedball was going to have to work a fun, big little match. And he bumped like hell for Joe. He made him look like a monster.
Yeah, it was pretty clear that Joe was having a ball with this one.
No,
Speedball! Sorry.
It's really weird, Mikey, for me to be watching Speedball work now, having watched Car Noir for the last couple of weeks and just going like, yeah, barefoot can work, but oh God, no more, please.
It really do like that.
I love that crane kick spot where Joe's like, and he catches him. Oh,
it basically was the nope in there, but it wasn't a nope.
It's like, I'm just gonna smack the crap out of you, and that is what Joe did. This was a fun little match, and honestly, listen, we all know that Samoa Joe's getting up there. He's probably gonna be retiring soon in the next 2-3 years, 4 or 5, however long he wants to go. But I like watching Joe have fun and slapping the crap out of people.
Well, especially ones that are game to do so and like self.
Exactly.
Speedball is the perfect foil for this. I had a bleep. This is a wonderful TV match. If you get a chance, go back and watch it. But it's worth your time.
It really is.
Definitely. And like one thing I really liked about it was that they kept strong, but with all the interference.
Yeah.
Because the numbers game got to him, and as you guys already said, like, what a fun match. Like, just a big guy, little guy match. Love it.
Couldn't have said it better.
100%. So Samoa Joe ends up, again, because of the numbers game and everything, Samoa Joe is winning. He wins against Speedball, and we keep going on.
I do have to ask about that. With the numbers game here, are the ops down a P now? Like, I don't, like, how do they spell it now? Because he's gone.
That I don't know anymore. You can't really...
the oops?
The oops. That's what I would call it, the oops. Anywho, so we move on from Joe and Speedball's match, getting into... I cannot believe I'm about to say this, guys. I actually really enjoyed this street fight. I was like, I cannot believe it. I was like, oh my God, I'm cheering for the Death Riders. What is wrong with me?
Well, but also Lance Archer, my God, getting some giant spots in there. Like, I have not seen him work this hard in months.
Oh, Lord.
Did I lose you guys?
This is so much fun. I had a blast with this one. Like, again, I'm going to wait till my internet comes back. There we go. There we are. Cannot believe I am cheering for the Death Riders. I thought we were heading into breakup territory, but that seems not to be the case right now.
It always seems that, like, whenever Archer goes to Japan and then comes back, like...
He's what? Oh, Benny, we're all over the map here. So you said when Archer goes to Japan, he what? And then I wanted to hear the rest of that statement.
It's sort of funny, like, I know I wasn't here last week, but
they turned babyface.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out and I'm gonna come back.
What?
Sorry, guys.
Oh, his internet has been acting up. That's why.
Everyone's is apparently.
It's like
maybe we should all use NordVPN and it would be a lot better.
Anyways, but again, I really enjoyed this street fight. I really did. I mean, yes, the Death Riders did turn babyface last week, but at the same time, though, they're really fun. Classic, and then also the promo he cut afterwards. The promo for Mox from World's End, I think, definitely helped a lot of people turn in favor for the Death Riders.
Well, and also Marina Shafir has been getting a lot of good stuff everywhere she's been going, so this is good.
Oh, absolutely.
But Hechicero had a great job there. Rocky Romero showed up. Him versus Daniel Garcia might be a very interesting match. I think would be fun to see down the road. But overall, a well put together street fight. Of course, we saw Jon Moxley bleeding all over the place and basically power bombed onto some barbed wire. It's going to happen everywhere.
100%.
He bleeds by bleeding.
Rocky Romero eats. Yeah, that's true. He can bleed by sneezing as well. So it's like, alrighty then. But Rocky eats his pin for the Don Callis family. Death Riders win, and the saga continues between these two factions. Alrighty, we move on from the street fight, though. God, I love the Triangle of Madness. This is what we needed.
Well, Tekla has given them like a whole new lease on life where they've gotten a lot of good stuff in their promos lately. It's been really fun to see them work.
It really has. So, of course, Tekla, but I agree with you. But I really love that Tekla points out, it's like, hey, Chris, I pinned you, and you know what? I want to get a championship match with you. But, she plays it so well. She's like, when I take this title from you, I want you to savor this time that you have with your title. I want you to cherish it because I am going to take it from you in the worst way possible. I'm like, damn, Tekla, we'd love to see that.
She
And
is
then this
using a
also
motorcycle wheel.
Wheelson. We love Wheelson in this house, which prompts Julia to also, call out Willow, be like, Willow, we never really got our rematch. So on Collision, I want my rematch with you for the TBS championship. I'm like, oh, damn, that's right. She is. She never really got her rematch either. So on Saturday, we on Collision, we would be getting Willow and Julia for the TBS championship. I'm like, let's go, women's wrestling.
And also, Sky Blue is there.
Yeah.
Come on, folks. We need to give Sky Blue something to do. Come on.
Her and Harley can fight one-on-one. Like, it's fine.
For what? For pride?
I guess. Or, I don't know. That's true. Anyways, coming to us live from the Upside Down, I'm going to bring in Beardito back. He is in the Upside Down.
There we go.
We're on the cell phone now. It is gorgeous. I remember those days.
I apologize. This storm is awful for the internet.
It has been for everything. I know. I'm right there with you.
So thank you for coming back to us, Benny. So we just wrapped it up. Tekla is, pinning Chris, is setting her up for a championship. Willow would be fighting Julia on Collision. So love Triangle of Madness, but Sky Blue, we want to see more for her too. We keep it going though, because I don't care what nobody says. I will forever stand Miss Busta in the Brain over here. Like, that is their tag team name. We're far enough in. I fucking love Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. Like, they are so good individually, and as a tag team, they are flipping fantastic.
Saw them live in GCW up here in Vermont, and my God, not only did they put over the local guys so well, but they knew how to work a crowd then as champions coming into that match. I was so excited to see them on the card this time, and I knew they were going to get a good match at FTR. It was going to be a lot of fun. For all it was.
Oh, 100%. So, of course, this is a tune-up match mostly for FTR, but this is also technically the debut for Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. And we got the official graphic after this episode because now they are officially all elite, y'all. And I am so happy for them. They have been working and grinding on the independents for so damn long. And honestly, Tony Khan did what I wish TNA would have: signed these independent talents.
Well, and the Joey Janela pipeline. Joey Janela pipeline is showcasing itself right now. You can see it happening.
A very short. Oh, go for it, Benny. Sorry.
No, it's all good. All I was going to say was that Jordan Oliver, Alex Price is the guy I've been seeing around the independents in my area for a very long time. And he's the dude who could do pretty much anything. And there's a lot of talent on the right now, him included, that need a challenge, right? Like, he's so polished that he just needs to be on a big stage. And I'm wicked happy for this kid. But getting back to the match, this was a great character introduction, sort of busting the brain. FTR gave him just enough, and FTR dicks. What can I say?
Allegedly.
No.
Oh my goodness. So really fun showing from Alec Price and Jordan Oliver, but a shatter machine is what puts these boys away. And but fortunately and unfortunately, due to a winter storm having canceled Collision in its original location, this would not be the only time these boys would be in action this week. And I am very happy for them. We move on, though, from this one because Harley Cameron is my idol and I love her. This picture is amazing. Thank you, Pro Wrestling and MMA News, for always getting the greatest screen grabs.
But it also doesn't do it justice what she did in this promo. Like, she truly is the backbone of having fun in this group.
God, I love her so much.
Well, I'm also looking at this one going, oh, poor Harley, except that she is a champion. She has got what Sky Blue doesn't, which is something to do.
Fair. This was a great promo from all three. Like, Harley's always one to watch in these promos. Like, she's always doing something crazy. Like, your eyes are very drawn to her. Like, last week, Chris was telling her to shut up, and she was just licking Chris's finger.
As in the parlance, like, and I know the professor would be this with me, she draws focus, but she is not trying to be the main attraction. She is not pulling focus fully where you're not engaged. But she definitely is adding depth and flavor to everything they do in the most crazy possible way.
So, I love this. But of course, it is setting up these three versus, Triangle of Madness, which is really, really fun to watch. And again, Willow and Julia would be going at it on Collision, and we are getting Tekla and Chris this week, I believe, if I remember correctly, from
it's tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, I'm ready. This is gonna be a fun match. It's just gonna be good. And Harley was also there. This outfit is crazy, but I love her. Man, Harley never changed. Just two Canadians doing Canadian wrestling.
There was a severe lack of maple syrup. I will say that.
It's not that kind of match. I'm just kidding. It could have been, but they did it. I love Josh Alexander's living his best life right now. Honestly, he gets to fight some really fun people.
Well, and do crazy crap with them too. Like Kenny went pretty far out for him on this one, especially for a TV match.
One of the things that I loved about this match was Kenny's got this thing lately that like that the whole crowd is standing the entire time. He's just like there's just a buzz in the air when he walks out, you know, and not many people have that. And as you said, like this is a great TV match. Like, it looks like a return to form for Kenny.
Well, that scares me though too, because if he's doing this again now and he's pushing himself harder, is he going to be one of these rash people in the next couple of months or years that's going to retire as well? Because I know he's pushing his body past his limit for a lot of different reasons.
Oh yeah, I don't know how long he's going to do it, but let's just enjoy him while he's doing it.
Let's do, especially when you get matches like this. We're against Josh Alexander. You've got a lot of things on the line. And it was just classic Kenny being Kenny.
Definitely. And it was well worth the wait.
It was great. So Kenny wins. I mean, I didn't take a lot of notes of this. I was just like, I can't believe I get to watch this in 2026. This is really fun as a wrestling fan. But Kenny Omega, Kenny beats Josh. Kenny gets on the mic and basically, Don Callis' family has a lot of it at this point.
From within, from without, from everywhere.
Everywhere. It is insane that this family is so large, but they are racking up the enemies every single day. And Kenny basically tells them, send anybody you got in the family. And you know what? When I get gold, it's going to be great. And I'm just like, all right, Kenny, we're going to see if that's true this year. We're going to continue this journey in 2026 for you, because we know you don't got long either, unfortunately.
This is like how Will Ospreay started off last year as well, which is hot match after hot match. I cannot wait to see the next Kenny Omega match next week.
100%.
I think he's got Rocky tomorrow, which is going to be awesome.
Which it is. I accidentally pressed the button, but let's keep it going, though.
No, you didn't. You had the right things up there.
I'm sorry.
You're not at all.
No, Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, love bombs. Yes.
I'm glad Penelope's back. She's working really well with Megan Bayne. I will say this out loud. I am sad Marina Shafir is no longer her tag partner. It was much more fun for me to see Megan Bayne work different styles from Marina, and they just tear through people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like a little chihuahua, like because she can talk, man, and she didn't miss a beat, Like, just one of those people that are just built to do this. It's incredible.
I was so sad to see that she went out with that injury right after she was having such a good run, finally getting in the ring and doing stuff. Between this, Mystery Wrestling coming back with Allie and doing her that stuff there and a bunch of other stuff, it was just like we needed more Penelope Ford. She's back finally. I feel like if we're going to do a mixed tag on this, though, we got to get Kip Sabian on one side and then Orange Cassidy on the other, and that would be a great one, too.
I would so need this. And I'm just saying, if AEW wants to play hard and fast with the Trios Championships, at least from what we're established, Tony hasn't said that those Trios Championships are only for same-sex, teams. Like, let's get some mixed ones in there, and they could be Trios champs, too. Like, why not?
Benny would watch that.
The mixed
Absolutely.
Trios. Listen, it is 2026. As my grandma would say, equal rights, equal fights.
I'm also going to say this, too. I was worried when they were like, what would we do with Tony after she lost the title again? Like, where would she go with this? And even through the tournament, I was like, hey, this isn't going to hang on for very long. She is making a meal of the tag division. And Mina's having a good time with her. I'm really enjoying the work Tony's doing here, too. Like, I'm not surprised that I like it, but I'm happy it's happening.
Yeah,
I am, too. I really am.
Sort of taking a step back, like, so that way everybody else can go up front, which is exactly what the women's division needs right now, because she's been the focus for so long,
Exactly. But at the same time, don't let her get off camera too much. She's worth every minute you have with her because she's so freaking amazing.
Definitely.
I really enjoyed this match. And there was a part of me I was just like, I don't know if I was like, oh, Tony and Mina are going to win, so that should be fun. Nope, because even though Megan and Marina are not the tag team partner currently, Marina is not going to leave these two in the lurch because she incapacitates Tony Storm to allow Megan and Penelope Ford to pick up this victory here. And I'm just like, all right, so there's three of them. But who are the timeless love bombs going to recruit to even the odds is my question. Let it be Sheeta.
Why not? She's been there, or Riho, or somebody. Heck, I mean, she can't grab Jamie Hayter right now because she and Alex Windsor are going to have some stuff doing together, but Jamie Hayter would be great for that.
Give me Nyla Rose. Oh. Babyface monster Nyla Rose. Nyla versus
Megan Bayne. Oh
yes.
my god. Oh my
Megan versus Nyla is the match I want to see. Oh my goodness. We love it. So I'm excited. I actually really love this feud that we got going on between the Love Bombs and then Megan and Penelope with Marina. Love to see it.
More. Give me more.
Yes, more of this too, because...
Oh, and also, Dave Meltzer, shut up about the fact that you're saying this tag team is not good for Toni Storm. I don't want to hear it from you. She is having so much fun.
Listen, we don't listen to old white men who are out of touch with what's going on.
I like Dave and Brian, but, they're doing a radio show. So they got to fill the air.
So do we.
Fair enough.
It's a murder of crows? No, that's dark.
This match, though.
Main event, Kevin Knight is just that guy. Kevin Knight is going to be... I'm so ready. I'm pushing the Kevin Knight World Champion in 2 years agenda. What? Just he needs a little more seasoning on the mic, but God, his in-ring skills are so good.
I see him as a Continental Classic winner next year. I think he could do that and go through the block and take it. That would be the next step up for him. Or maybe he's the guy that takes the title from Ricochet as a step up.
Okada does still have that international championship. So maybe that could be the course, I agree. Is this essentially what I'm saying? I think he's the next up.
He is the next up. He's got to be. Mikey is fervently calling his internet provider, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
There's lots of people that want my attention right now, and normally I ignore it, but this is one of those things that I have to multitask here, but that's okay. I can still do this and talk.
Can you now? Okay.
I really enjoyed this match, but yeah, Kevin Knight, he did not burn down the house, but Swerve Strickland, goddamn.
Whatever injury he had coming out into the end of last year, he is back. He is ready to go. Please give this man the title sooner rather than later. Can we please get it there? Because we need it to be on Swerve.
I love the fact that they really put over Kevin. A lot of people went over big on this episode.
Yeah.
And I had to hit him with a house call, a vertebra breaker, and the big pressure just to get the win, which is pretty impressive.
It's usually impressive, and the fact that he set that up with him to do it, that's the biggest thing. He was okay with having that sequence. This shows you how much AEW loves Kevin Knight.
Definitely. And that there was not going to start calling spots, but there was a moment where Kevin Knight did a frog splash across body off the top. And I was like, I've never even seen that before. That is, at least not like that. That is amazing. I can do otherworldly things.
Like I said, him versus Ricochet is a dream match soon. You have to see that happen. Oh, yeah.
We really, really do. But Kevin Knight put on a really good performance, but ultimately Swerve Strickland walked away for the victory. And this was a pretty fun Dynamite. I was just like, you know what? We got some pretty good graps. We didn't really waste too much time. It was really, really good. Watch graps. Whatever. Anyways, let's move on to Collision. Anywho, so I alluded to this earlier. We were originally supposed to be ending the residency that we have been in Texas, but because of the storm, we had to tape Collision the same night in Orlando. But thankfully, Tony Khan is really cool. He's like, hey guys, so I know that wasn't cool and this storm kind of sucks. So for y'all who want a refund, we're going to get you your refunds. If you ask for it, I was like, there you go, Tony Khan. We get those refunds for people because weather sucks. And so Collision is pre-taped and we are still in Orlando for this one because it was a fever dream, but we still got some really good stuff. We really, really did. This was actually pretty decent.
It was good. I mean, Shibata, for all the ops that have dragged him down, he's still got so much left to give.
Yeah, I love this new heel. You can tell he's so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
So much more comfortable.
I will say, though, the comedy silent Shibata was also amazing. I do miss that a little bit.
No, I definitely do, too. The speak and spell stuff was pretty fun. Just dickhead.
But a well-paced match. Hangman gave him what he needed to do. This was two people that know each other pretty darn well, having a good time doing it. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Definitely. And for this...
It really, really was.
For this to be their second matchup, and within a couple of months, they have really good chemistry. For two guys who sort of missed each other for the majority of their career.
Well, Shibata missed most people that he's wrestling with for the majority of his career because he was out for so long.
Exactly.
It's a testament to his work ethic to be able to bring these folks up along with him. I would watch this again. I could see Shibata, I would hope he gets actual title shot somewhere down the line. I think that needs to happen at least once before he retires.
Definitely.
Agreed. So Hangers ends up winning this match against Shibata Bread, and we continue with Collision because next we get an AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match, and it is Chris Statlander versus one of my personal faves from the UK, Miss Isla Dawn. I love Isla so much.
I'm glad she's found a little home here in AEW, but I'd like to see her actually win a few matches.
No, honestly, between this and ROH, I was just like, the winning streak is not there. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but her and Scarlett Bordeaux had a really fun match together on the Independents like a couple months ago too. I was like,
This match was fine. Like, I really like how Isla met Rosa Stat's side. Like, what am I talking about? She met Stat where she is, right? This is a great match. I was really impressed. But as you guys were saying, like I'd like to see a lot of these people start picking up some wins, because if you keep beating nobodies, who did you beat, right?
But the problem is that Chris has basically beaten most of the rest of the roster. Like, there's nobody else out there. They need to build some more folks up. I feel like even just like taking it to the limit farther than like Isla didn't even get close to the time limit. A little bit of drama.
Yeah, definitely. Like, as good as everything is in AEW right now, we need to start building other people, you know? Like, everything seems to be stagnant, and everybody comes in for a month, wins a couple matches, lose it to the champion, never to be seen again.
They go to mystery every time.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or they disappear to ROH for a little bit and then come back again.
Or go to GCW and tour for a while.
That's also very true as well. But Chris gets the win here against Isla Dawn. And then afterwards,
fitting fashion.
Yep. And afterwards, to mock Chris and her alien gimmick, I was just like, God, I know this is a 3-week feud, but still, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
Tekla's carrying it. Let's put it that way too. Like, I love Chris to death, and I know that she's wonderful and she's a great wrestler. Tekla is the only one actually carrying this feud completely with her promos and actually making me care.
And I look forward to the match tomorrow. I think this match tomorrow is going to be really fun.
Or it's going to be a schmoz.
That too. But you know what? I'm here for either option, because I am a chaotic gremlin of wrestling and I love everything for the most part.
That should be your under subtitle there, Mikey, chaotic gremlin of wrestling.
For reals. It really should, honestly. Speaking of chaos, this promo, man, I'm like, God, Jack, I love you, but your father, you are not.
Your father was a better actor and he's dead.
Look, I was just like, I wasn't sure if I was going to say it, but JVL and I have known each other for a long time. So sometimes I get the setups correct and he delivers the punchline. This is what happens when JVL and this is what happens when you spend too much time doing wrestling podcasts with JVL and the professor, who are two theater folks, and the theaterness just rubs off on people.
That's not the theaterness. That's me and him improvising and going off each other. And Benny was also there.
Yes.
Very much so.
Beardito was in the chat.
Benny, you were the sky blue of that interchange. Anyways.
So Jack Perry lets Ricochet know, I'm coming for that
He
title.
has got real glass.
I'm just like, what is Cry Me a River? Oh, wait, wrong person. We're never going to let that go.
No, we're not.
But Jack Perry addresses Ricochet. I mean, because Jack is about to go up against Ricochet for the national championship after beating Anthony Bowens for the chance last week. And Ricochet is on notice, I guess. I'm like, Jack Perry, I love you, but you are the least intimidating person with Luchasaurus not by your side. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, Craven the Hunter, you are not.
Oh man, I'm gonna be nice and just say contact the for some acting lessons, please, Jack Perry, or at least somebody.
He's not here. I'm happy to help him out. But the thing is, he probably has access to better acting coaches than we could ever be.
That's true. Well, get on it.
Did you hear that, Jack Perry? Benny from Weymouth really wants you to get on it and get better at acting.
Please do.
No, I'm just a bearded white guy at a computer or on a phone right now. But
we were just gonna end it. I'm a beard. I was just like, so you're somebody's fake straight boyfriend? What? It's just like, you're a beard for someone?
No,
definitely not. JVL is like, I'm just kidding.
I love my partner very much.
We love them too. And we love your partner. I love your partner too. They are fantastic. I do love them, especially y'all, because you keep me in the Christmas card rotation,
which is going to be so much harder next year. But it's okay. Either way, this promo was ridiculously. He's done better. He was doing better. I don't know why him as a babyface is so hard for him to do a promo.
It's really weird. But anyways, we're going to see the rebuttal a little bit later in the show from the champion. But right now, Daddy Ass, I did not think I would ever. I was just like, I was wondering, I kid you not, I was thinking, I was like, I know he's not injured, so why is he not here with AEW? Well, here it is. So from what I can find, Like, Juice is not medically cleared. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I swear to God, the Bang Bang Gang is like, it's always never a good thing. It's always start and stop with them. Somebody is always getting hurt, and I don't understand why.
Well,
I'm like, how's Austin the only one who has dodged the injury bullet for so long?
Well, Colin's been out for so long too. Like I actually wonder if there's something seriously wrong with him. But I don't know on this.
When I saw this card, I was just like, R.I.P. the Gun family. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Luke Owen described this best on Wrestle Talk this week. He said it was the Protostar and Takeshita getting some father-son ass action.
Yeah.
My.
That's the $20 film on a certain site all over.
How are you paying for that, huh?
Never.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, it's almost like Billy was on a podcast and then talked a bunch of crap, and then they put him in a match with the two hardest hitters.
And hit hard they did. Proto-Shida demolished these two. It was not even close. So it's just like Proto-Shida win, and then Takeshita looks at a returning like an ex-girlfriend just walked into his life and he's about to throw hands.
Can we please speed run this? Let's get to this because this match needs to happen. Like they've drawn it out.
You know they're
so
gonna drag
long.
this out until Revolution. This is a Revolution match. I'm calling it right now. They're gonna drag this out for another 5 weeks.
I don't need more dumb. Please get me the fun matches I want to see.
Yes, indeed. Like, I am ready for Proto-Shida to up and, defect from the Don Callis family.
They beat FTR, take the titles, and run.
Honestly, I'd be here for that.
Yeah.
We need a Proto-Shida versus Jet Speed. That'll be fun. Benny
please.
That's a spicy meatball.
You know it's serious. He's like...
I'd also like Okada, get into the mix of the world title,
Would it be
Okada?
Okada-Shida. Make it happen, Tony. Make it happen. You made Brodito work. My newest chip flavor tag team. Like, you can make a Okada-Shida. Like, let's go. Coming to a store near you. But yeah, Takeshita looks like Okada, like an ex-girlfriend, and is ready to fight.
It's time for them to fight.
It is time indeed. Speaking of which, it is time for Ricochet to get off my screen. No, I was kidding. I like Ricochet here in AEW. This version of Ricochet is a lot of fun. I think he's just allowed to be smarmy. And these three had a really fun outing in Mexico 2 weeks ago. Like, fighting against the CMLL talent in Mexico was great. Watching Goa fight some luchadors in Arena Mexico was great. Ricochet having a great championship match. And then the multi-person matches that they had over the weekend was fantastic. But Ricochet addresses Jack Perry and apologizes to him that he's about to wipe the floor. I was just like, love it! And honestly, you probably will, because Jack Perry is rolling up to this fight with no backup.
None at all. He has lost everyone behind him.
So,
if I will give Jack Perry some credit,
I'm just kidding.
I know it's very out of character for me, but I love Ricochet talk crap and then instantly eats his words, with him sitting at the desk or whatever, and then Jack comes out and jumps him at the desk. Great stuff, man.
It truly is. And I think that, Mikey, you said it correctly. He's allowed to be smarmy, but he's having fun with it and understands what his role is with that. So he takes as well as he gives out. And he's really allowed to just play it, which is the best part.
It really is. And so the collision between these two, between Jack and Ricochet, is going to be coming to us at some point. So looking forward to it. But we keep the show going because, listen, Jordan Oliver, Alec Price, y'all were blessed by the wrestling gods this week. And listen, I know this was a tune-up match for D&D, but hot damn, y'all did some great. Also, Davis and Doyle, call me.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Listen, it is not an AEW review unless that is uttered once by me throughout the show. Okay? But outside of being really fun to look at, I like Mark Davis and Jake Doyle as a tag team. I really, really do. Shut up, JBL.
And
listen, I've been waiting for something for Mark Davis for a long time too, because I felt like he's been really floating in the Don Callis family since, being a part of it and then returning from injury. I was waiting to see if they were going to reunite Aussie Open, but it seems that we're going to hold off on that for a little bit longer. But in the meantime, I really do like Mark Davis is finally getting to do something. And, but I also worry because we're probably going to see this, like we talked about earlier. Jake Doyle's new to his company. He's racking up wins with Mark Davis, and they're going to lose to FTR tomorrow. They're going to lose to FTR tomorrow. Unless Tony pulls a swerve, no Strickland, and they give the titles to Davis and Doyle. I was just like, I would like that, but I feel like it's a little too soon.
Yeah, no, FTR's taking those to Revolution. I'm pretty sure they are.
100%. But this was a really fun tune-up match for Davis and Doyle. Again, Jordan Oliver and Alec Price. I was just like, as our other co-host on TNA Radio Will says, he wants Jordan Oliver and Alec Price versus Jet Speed and just turn gravity off. Just turn the gravity off. Also, he's just like, these two versus any of the luchadors in AEW as well. I'm like, turn gravity off. Let's do it.
I think, well, I got to go back to Davis and Doyle. I'm like gushing over here, right? Like,
have your moment. It is okay. Just be like, yes. Yes.
Wow. First off, right? Like, they really remind me of one of my favorite tag teams, Doc and Gordy, right? The Miracle Violence connection. And they even did in this match, like the smash together and then the Oklahoma Slam, like power slam kind of thing. Oh my god! Not to be a total fanboy, this was a great match. I actually like Buster and the Brain to be like plucky baby faces, right? Like they can obviously like come in and like get the crowd up and then lose like 30 seconds later, and then hopefully they don't lose that much. If it keeps happening, I understand what you're saying. We bring it back to some people need to start be given wins, right? Because if you're beating nobodies, who are you beating? The old adage.
Yeah. So D&D get the victory over Jordan Oliver, Alec Price. This tag team championship match is tomorrow night. So we are going to see how this all plays out. Whether this will be, what am I saying? It's not going to be a clean win for FTR. There is going to be some shenanigans. There always is with heel FTR.
I'm just waiting to see how much friction
right,
lightning we're
keep
going to get from all of their chest hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm mentally prepared yet. I was like, my body is not ready. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes.
Excuse me, I'm a bit thirsty.
We didn't start the fire. That is the song that's going to be playing in my head during this match. We didn't start the fire.
Friction.
Let's see. AEW, that is Mr. January, February, March, and April in one singular match. Get on it. Anyways, we got to keep going, though. Because, Julia, I'm proud of you, girl. I really am. And I say this all the time, but I truly am proud of her. Because, again, it's how far she has come. Like, from where we started with her to where she is now, I feel like she has finally gotten comfortable coming into her own like this. And I know I already said it multiple times in multiple matches before, but I like watching Julia. I don't care. I like her. And Willow is also a really great person to fight because Willow can also help not carry someone, but she's going to keep you safe in this match, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially working with a smaller competitor like Julia, it's a lot easier for her to kind of keep that tempo where it needs to be. And Julia, didn't do a moonsault that nearly killed someone this time. I was very happy to see that.
Or killed herself. I was just like, thank God, because I would cannot. But this was a really fun match. TBS Championship. Spoiler alert, Willow Nightingale retains, but
what?
I had a good time. Spoilers. It's crazy.
The champion retains on TV that was pre-taped? No way.
I shan't believe it. Mariah May isn't even Mariah May anymore.
It's true, and yet the prophecy that Tony Storm said during their feud has been coming true.
Lord help us.
The other thing I want to say about this match is that Julia has really come a long way, as you said, especially for somebody with less than 200 matches underneath their belt in 6. And Willow is easily, throughout her entire AEW career, sort of like break glass, break out Willow. And she's like the Band-Aid. Like, women's division is getting a little rough. Give the belt to Willow. She carries it for a month, gets somebody else over, pushes them uphill. But it was a fun match. That's a whole lot of nothing, wasn't it?
It was good. You're very, very on top of it. It makes complete sense. I feel like, we need to see more from the CBS Championship now. It's not Willow's fault. They don't know how to book that title.
It's not the talent's fault. The talent is great.
It's really not. And the fact that Mercedes held this thing for almost 2+ years is also going to be really hard. But Willow, we love you. She is still your TBS champion, and we keep it going. I love the rest. Now you guys get to see all the amazing... Now you get to see these types of segments that we in TNA got to see. So I would like for them every single time we see them to be in a different location, doing some different activity. It looks like we're just building a fort and we camped out with some food. But the Rascals are talking amongst themselves and the crew challenged them to a match. So they play rock, paper, scissors to figure out who would be the two to represent the Rascals to go up against Leo Rush and Action Andretti. And unfortunately, Myron Reed loses, so it's going to be Dez. It's going to be Dez and Zach to go for this one against Leo and Action. And I am looking forward to this match. I really am. Get the Rascals in the ring. I'm so excited.
You have the background on this, Mikey. You've seen them more often than we have for a lot of different things. I'm gonna see how they take on AEW, but yes, this was a fun basement treehouse whatever segment.
Yeah, I really like the use of the anyways, yeah, like I like the treehouse segment, and I can't wait to see them versus the Young Bucks. It's gonna be otherworldly.
I'm telling you, man. Like turn gravity mode off too with these guys. Jesus. At speed.
AEW really went out of their way to go and grab a bunch of Young Bucks style
Almost
tag
like
teams.
they're having to leave soon for some reason.
Oh man, retire from professional wrestling. Lots of retirements, but no, these guys, the Rascals, Jet Speed, Busta in the Brain, like that match, triple threat, turn off gravity. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, I'm looking forward to the match between the Crew and the Rascals. So. Probably going to happen on Collision. We'll see if we're correct. Andrade, in the words of RuPaul, where did you get a loaf of bread? But also, where did your pants go?
I feel like people have to pay extra for this, and most other places this would happen.
Jeez. So, in a match that happened, no rhyme or reason, but Andrade El Idolo takes on CMLL Magnus, which not Nick Aldis, but Magnus. Sorry, my CMLL brain when I saw this match, I was just like, I'm trying to remember if Andrade is banned in the CMLL.
Pretty sure he is.
Guys, let me tell you, there is a lot of beef in the Lucha Libre world in Mexico. It is insane. There are feuds that are going back like decades between wrestling families and wrestling families being banned from CMLL. Like our unofficial digital co-host on the CMLL reviews telling us all the tea. It's crazy. But my brain goes to this. If he's fighting CMLL folks here in AEW, I'm wondering if we are ever going to see an Andrade and Volador Jr. match because those two families have history with each other in Lucha Libre. And I don't know all the tea, but at the same time, I was just like, because Magnus is part of Volador Jr.'s faction. Anyways, sorry, we're on AEW Collision. Let's keep AEW Collision. But I'm actually really happy for Magnus. And again, getting to see the CMLL folks come on over to AEW and be able to have matches is really, really fun too. Magnus is fairly newer to AEW, so it's really fun to see him get to work for the AEW crowd. I mean, the goal is to get more people to be like, oh, I like the CMLL guy. Let me go check out CMLL too. I mean, Lord, it made like for you, JBL too, when we got to see Olympia in the Stardom Rumble too at Dream Queendom. God, that woman is jacked. But this was a fun match. But yeah, we go to commercial. We come back and I'm like, Andrade, where did your pants go? Like, what happened?
He's trying to be Humberto Carrillo, basically, or you know,
Hector Gaza.
Yeah,
Lord.
Magnus was really good, but I'll tell you what, Magnus is not what I walked away about thinking about in this match. That's for sure.
Shocker with that one, Ben.
I am shocked and appalled.
I know, right?
No, but Andrade wins. And we're gonna preview the Dynamite because they're putting some random cards together. I'm like, God, these matches actually sound kind of fire, but I'm a little worried of how it's gonna turn out.
Well, they're worried about the storm that's coming in this weekend, so that's probably why too. They're getting things on the books.
They're just like, yeah. So at least keep going because, oh my God, because I was worried for Jamie. I was like, we haven't seen her, but also this also gives Alex Windsor something of more substance to do too.
I came up with the tag team name for them. I don't know if Andrew will approve. I'm very sad that he isn't here to listen to this. Instead of British Strong Style, it's Bitches Strong Style.
Yeah, I love that. Like, actually, like I heard that like had trademarked the term brawling bird.
Really?
Which is like
that sounds like a road dog name.
I can actually see Jamie Hayter saying, "We have that brawling bet," you know.
I could hear her saying it. Do I want her to? No.
Yeah, I want a T-shirt with that on it. Maybe not. I don't. This was such a fun little vignette. I was like, "Ooh, Alex Windsor. Haven't seen her in a while."
Ooh, Jamie Hayter. Ooh, Jamie Hayter. Ooh, Alex Windsor.
Love it. So these two are forming a team, and I was just like, I'm not mad at this because we also need, outside of the women's tag teams we have, this one will add something fresh to it. So.
Well, and also this is a hell of a team to put together after their fights in Eve Pro Wrestling. Like it's insane.
Indeed.
For real. Also, Alex Windsor, our Rev Pro Women's UK champion too, as well. Just to let y'all know, she still has that title.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like the last time I saw Alex Windsor was when she beat Mercedes.
So. Looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. Cannot wait. Main
Oh,
event.
man.
So, if it is okay with Beardito, I'm going to set this up and then I am going to not give all the details, but we had a conversation about this too, of how we were doing things before the match even began, which is really cool to me that Tony's actually keeping up tradition like with the CMLL championships. But in the main event, the CMLL World Heavyweight Champion, Claudio Castagnoli, taking on the challenger and number one contender, Roderick Strong. Now, you might be asking yourself, when did Roderick Strong win the opportunity and become number one contender for this match? Well, person on the internet, I am glad you asked. So 2 weeks ago, as part of the international weekend in which AEW sent some of their stars over to Arena Mexico and Puebla and Guadalajara, in those 3 shows that they had, there was a number one contender match between Roddy Strong and Hechicero. So the Alchemist of CMLL and Roderick Strong had a number one contenders match, and Roddy won. And so here we are.
That seems like a match I have to go out of my way to see.
Really hard to do so too.
That's true.
Not when
Too
you have my
much
login.
Too much work.
That's fair. Whatever.
Man,
No, honestly,
I
I can't
love
keep giving you the logins because y'all would.
I'm sorry, what?
Go ahead, Benny.
We would what? I'm sorry. What was that?
No,
What was that? No. We're not going to bring that up and then start to go down that path and not finish that sentence.
We'll talk offline. Anyways, this match was so much fun. Like, I love the fact that like they picked it right up from where they left off with the C2 match that kept Claudio out of the finals, where Roddy had hit Claudio with the lightning strike knee. So right from the get-go, Claudio went after the knee and did not relent. What a fun match, man.
It was a well put together story for them as 2 technicians that they wouldn't have big flying moves. It wouldn't be a lot of big stuff. And it was brutal. It was brutal in the best possible way. And Claudio seemed to just get under Roddy's skin just enough to be able to phase him a bit in this. It did seem like Roddy was distracted, basically.
Yeah, and I always love the story of like if you get distracted or you get upset, you make a mistake. That's when people pick it apart, you know.
Yep.
the wrong person to do that in front of.
Don't let your guard down anywhere near him. Yeah.
And in fact, for all of their championship matches, whether it's the CMLL titles or the Mexican national titles, they have a photo op with, the referee, the champion and the challenger, like the CEOs of the companies and everything. So Tony Khan kind of did that as well with the photo op before the match. And I was just like, oh my God, I love it when people actually respect the promotions that their titles are being used for. Like, gosh, man, I swear. It's just one of those little things. But I agree with you, Benny. This was a really, really fun match. And I'm actually really happy to see Claudio as the champion. And some people are like, but this is a CMLL title. Shouldn't Claudio be in Mexico? As our unofficial co-host, Agent Lo-Fi, during our CMLL review says, CMLL is happy to give these championships to be seen on national television in the United States because it gets more eyes on CMLL. So I was just like, and the working relationship that AEW has with CMLL also allows AEW to get a little bit of a foothold for New Japan too, because CMLL has a strong working relationship with New Japan as well. So I had fun with this match. Claudio is still your CMLL World Heavyweight Champion, and that was the main event of Collision this past weekend. So a Collision that was thrown together because of the cancellation due to weather in Texas, but they had some fun graps. I had a good time watching Collision. But that brings us to the end of our AEW review post-show thing, guys. And tomorrow night is just as crazy. Because let me just tell you some of these matches. So, of course, we are getting Chris versus Tech for the AEW Women's World Championship. So that should be a lot of fun. We are also getting the AEW World Tag Team Championships, which is FTR versus Davis and Doyle. So Team DND. I want them to win. They're not going to win, but I think that match should still be fun. I also forgot about this too because it's been a lot of wrestling, but we are getting Mark Briscoe versus El Clone for the TNT Championship tomorrow. I was just like, what the flip is happening? We get 3 championship matches on a Dynamite? That's crazy. And then this match was announced. It's not for a title, but I was just like, oh my God, you're right. Internet, we have yet to see these two kind of had this actual match. Just randomly, we're getting Andrade El Idolo versus Swerve Strickland. I'm like, my God. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. I was like, I'm not ready.
Talk about counter programming the stuff on the other channel.
What other channel? No, I'm just kidding. They're counter programming basketball. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sports. I would also like to remind folks, not only are we about 5 weeks away from Revolution, but we are about 2.5 weeks away from Grand Slam Australia too. And I'm just like, oh Lord, I forgot. I was like, AEW is going to be giving us good stuff to talk about, and I look forward to it next Tuesday. But that's it for us tonight. I apologize because this was a kind of all over the place show, but I had fun nonetheless. We were all on one tonight, and that's my fault. I apologize.
Well, the weather didn't help my internet either, so I'll take half the blame,
And I was also here.
That was a great callback.
Very, very true. But we will be back next Tuesday for another AEW post show, and we still have a pretty solid week ahead of us in terms of content. Tomorrow evening is our double header of NXT and CMLL. I do like Wednesdays because I get to see, again, it's chaotic with every crew I do. So NXT is going to be me, Papa Oso, and Kilt, because Kilt is our boots to the ground person as he lives closest to the area where he has been to some of these tapings. And then me and Papa also have some late night chats when it comes to CMLL goodness with our virtual co-host, Agent Lo-Fi, who we love. We love that white man and his Lucha Libre knowledge. He is fantastic.
We love you.
And then, of course, we wrap it up on Friday where it is myself and both sets of Wills as we talk about TNA and just we're like, why? No, but honestly, we're going to find out how the Feast or Fired results go. I was just like, I'm going to talk it off air, but it would be fucking hilarious. Trey Miguel comes back to TNA and he gets the pink slip. But we'll talk about it afterwards. But that is it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into our AEW review.
We'll
be back next Tuesday, same time, same
you.
place. Hopefully with the full crew, but never because just wanting consistency is never a thing apparently. But
we love you.
Yes, we do love you. But until then, from all of us here at BC WrestlePod, take care of yourself. Love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. We will see you tomorrow for NXT and CMLL. But until then, adios, and until next time,
we love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.